I see a lot of people in the community of this game complaining that the chemist and the mixing station's kind of tedious. It doesn't have automation. So today I'm going to show you how to automate. You can use this strategy up to 7 steps. If you're making some crazy bubonic level strains, you can go up to 7-8 steps. Use this strategy, it'll still work. I will go over the kind of the basic idea and then how to actually lay out the workflow to get it to work. But first you should get yourself set up with these Mark II mixing stations. Just lay them like this, and if you wanted to do 7, you could go 7 deep, and you'll want a large storage running on the right and left side. And so I only have 3 stages right now, so this amount of storage works for me. But I will want to go to one of these handlers, and if you're at a place like the barn and you're doing 7 or 8 stages, you're doing more than 3, you're going to need more than 3 handlers. But this is my main guy automating the whole process. I will take away all his jobs to show you guys how to set it up, but don't assign him to any stations. Let's go add new job, add new route, and so we're going to want to think about it as this is the first stage mixer, this is the second stage mixer, and this is the third stage mixer. And these are correlated to these shelves. And so this is the first stage shelf, and this is going to have the flower, first stage pharmaceutical. This is the second stage shelf. This will have the second stage flower, second stage pharmaceutical. This is the third stage shelf, so you'll get third stage flower, third stage pharmaceutical, and this is what I'm using for my finished product shelf. So how to set that up, we'll have our handler, and so the first thing we'll want him to do is to take our finished flower that just got grown, so that's that rack, and we'll take that to the first stage mixer. We'll also need him to take the first stage pharmaceutical from this rack and bring it to the first stage mixer. Then after that, we will need him to grab the second stage flower and bring that to the second stage mixer. He'll need to grab the second stage pharmaceutical and bring that to the second stage mixer, and then we'll have him grab the third stage flower and bring that to the third stage mixer. And you see that we're out of jobs and we still need to bring that third stage pharmaceutical over, so that's where you'll need another handler, and I already have the job assigned, but you would just go up to another handler who has a free job, assign a new route, come back to the third stage pharmaceutical, assign it to the third stage mixing station. So now all those jobs are assigned, and what you need to do now is work in even numbers. So I'm just going to put away some of this, clear up inventory space. So you're going to want to work in even numbers, and I just got an order for 80 of each of the stages of pharmaceuticals that I need. And you can do whatever strain works best for you, but this one it's like $93 and it only takes 3 stages, so it's good enough for me. I make a little more money. I'm sure there's better combinations out there, but this is just what I do. So first stage pharmaceutical shelf, you'll put 80 of whatever your first stage is. Second stage, you'll put 80, and then you'll go back and grab the rest of your pharmaceuticals. And this is my third stage pharmaceutical. And so I will want to place that like this. And you can see the handler's already getting to work, and he's grabbed the first stage pharmaceutical and already set them on the first stage. He set the second stage pharmaceutical on the second, and he will this is the other handler who I had put the job to grab the third stage pharmaceutical, so he is going to grab that to place it here. And another thing I want to go over quickly is the destination. And so for this first stage mixing, your destination is going to want to be the second stage flower shelf, And then for this mixing station, the destination will be your third stage or your second stage flour shelf to be put into third stage. And then the destination for the third stage mixing station should be your finished, ready to be packaged product shelf. And then you'd tell your packager to grab off of this shelf to package and put it onto your finished and packaged shelves. And so now we're going to see it in work. So the packagers have already put the pharmaceuticals down. We're going to stick to that 80 number because we put 80 of each pharmaceutical. So we'll stick to 80 flour. We will put this 80 flour in. And you have to make sure that these mixing stations are assigned to a chemist. They must all be assigned to a chemist. Or else the automation isn't really automated. You'll have to do the mixing yourself. But you see, he came and grabbed some off of this shelf. And you don't want to add more. You just let all of this run its course. And now the chemist will come to mix this. And then after this is mixed, the chemist will move it here. He will see that there's something here that needs to be moved. He'll move it to the second stage. The chemist will mix that. She'll move it here. He'll see there's something that needs to be moved. He'll move it to the third stage. I've tried to do it with just one mixing station and try to automate this process like that, and it gets real messy. It's best to have a mixing station for each step. Another interesting way you can automate that I've discovered using these packagers, handlers, is with the botanist supply. So the botanist can only grab from one supply rack, and so if you place everything that botanist needs on the supply rack and then create a supply rack for each individual one of those items, you can have your handler grab soil from here, bring it to here, grab fertilizer from here, bring it to here, and grab seeds from here and bring it to here, and every time the botanist uses one, it will be replaced, and it just keeps it nice and efficient, and you don't have to worry about it quite as often. You can do the same thing with your chemist over here. You can have them bring the chemicals over to the chemist. But you can see here that the first batch is already mixing, and the handler has brought over the pharmaceuticals and the flour. And you can see now that the first one is done, how the second stage will work. So we should be getting a visit from the chemist here. And I do want to test this. I will make sure that this works up to 6 or 7 steps, but I don't see why it wouldn't. And I hope that this makes the game better for people, because I see a lot of complaints regarding the automation in this game, and actually I think it's a pretty cool system, and it does work. You can fully automate everything, down to excluding running the product to the dealer. You can automate up to that. You're gonna have to take packaged product to the dealer, and you're gonna have to order truck deliveries. That's about it. Every other menial task can be taken care of, and you see him now bringing that first stage flour that was transported here, and he brought it to the second stage. The chemist sees there's a job to be done here, and we'll mix it, hopefully. But yeah, it's like clockwork, and then we will see when I'll wait for the finished product to be done and show you that as well. Takes a little bit of time, but at least you don't have to actually move things one by one into the mixer. That's pretty tedious and annoying. This is I would say the best way to automate, potentially the only. But second stage is down, and the worker will now come, and after this is transported, we'll start another second stage. So the second stage just finished up. You can see the chemist is still working away on the first, and everything is still matching up. There's only 20 of the flour left, 20 pharmaceuticals. We got some waiting here that he can come and bring to second stage. There's some done on second stage that the chemist will bring over to this rack. Beautiful. And now this one will be started, and he will see, after bringing these pharmaceuticals, that he can grab this and bring it into third stage. Lovely. And so you got all three are going to be working at once. It's just people dog on the creator of this game for not adding automation, but I think this is an incredible level of automation. Hopefully we'll be able to see. We will. Well, we may not be able to see them transport it to the final product since they stop working at 4 a.m., but we will transport it ourselves, and I'll show you how the rest of this and so it's 4 a.m. They're not working anymore, but she will thankfully put this last batch in for us. And this is our finished product, LA Shard. It's like $93 each, and it's pretty dang good for a 3-stage. This is my finished product, so I'd put it here, and my packager is set to bring from this to the packaging or to the brick press and then to the finished product. So yeah, that's how you automate in this game, and I don't want to hear anybody else complaining that you can't automate in this game.